Let's get into Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Mone. I have been totally against Mercedes Mone in AEW ever since even rumors of her going there. But I think it has not been the best work of her career so far. But she's going to be making her in-ring debut at Double or Nothing against Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. How do you guys feel about this one? This match coming up.
To kind of, well, I'm not gonna echo your sentiments as far as
echo it, Brian. Echo it.
I'm not gonna really
echo it.
Echo it as far as Mercedes Mone goes. I mean, I was the one that said initially that I was afraid that when she joined AEW that once the ratings came in and such that people were going to start looking at her and Okada and Ospreay and the guys that all the big signings that they had, and pretty much say that, hey, we signed you, that you signed these guys, and it hasn't really changed anything. So I was afraid she was going to be added into that, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Since Big Business, where she debuted and pretty much started and ended the show. I mean, week after week, it's been interviews, promos.
She got attacked.
Yeah, she got attacked.
Is she a heel? Is she a heel?
She got attacked. Another promo, another interview, and week after week, the number one critique has been her mic work. Now for me personally. Because we've watched her for years, and we still think of her as a Sasha Banks. I can get past her promos. I'm not as critical as other people are of them because of that, but it's not her strength. Her in-ring ability, it was her strength. People caught on to her, granted because of her charisma, but that's in ring. Her strength is what she does in the ring. And the fact that
stop you right there, Brian. You're trying to shoot her some bail, and I understand that.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, what he's saying has merit.
That's why it hasn't worked.
Cut so many promos and not wrestle, and people are gonna be like, "Yo, what's going on here?"
Whenever I see Mercedes Mone now in AEW, it just reminds me that this is not Sasha Banks from WWE.
All right,
that's all this is doing. That's all. No, but Kevin Nash was right. Her gear is not the best. She looks like a train wreck.
What's honestly the difference? What's the difference between Sasha Banks and Mercedes Mone right now? Only difference I see is the theme music. Other than that, it's the same. That's all. That's only. It's the same character. It is the same character.
Yes, she's doing like
the theme music and the CEO.
Sasha Banks.
It's the same.
Sasha Banks. Let me speak for Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks' promo work in WWE was better. Her presentation was better. Let's just get the two things that she can be graded on so far in this whole thing has been her promo work and appearance. In WWE, it was better. That's just a flat out fact. That is facts.
Yeah, but we've also acknowledged that WWE has the best production team and the as far as behind the scenes, the best of the best. So they can accept.
This is not doing her any favors in AEW right now.
Exactly. Yeah,
but
it's looking bad.
But this is my thing with her gear. I feel like she has total control over that, because even when it came to like the hair blue flame crap, she did that when she was in New Japan, and she was already presenting all these new looks while she was over there in New Japan. And I feel like she's still just bringing that same stuff. So as far as like the presentations back, she's doing it herself. So it's like
just give me back Sasha Banks. That's all I'm waiting for. That's all I'm waiting for.
Dan sounds like an old man that doesn't like change.
With this whole AEW run, all I'm thinking is just bring back Sasha Banks.
But this is the thing, and this is where I'm saying this is the mistake. We're calling it a run. She has yet to wrestle, and I think this was the big mistake that they had. This is where I'm critical, is like, you can't bring people in, especially somebody as huge as her, and not have her wrestle. Why are you waiting 2-3 months bringing her in? Now the first thing she gets is a title shot against someone who just won this title. That's why I'm like, I don't like this match.
Leading up into this, they should have had her main event an episode of Dynamite going one-on-one with like a Thunder Rosa or Chris Statlander or like an established like top women's talent and have her main event the show with her before we even got to this pay-per-view match.
It probably would have negated all this perception where they're like, oh, she's bad, she's this, she's that. It's like,
is she a heel? Is she a heel?
Yeah, I mean, as of last week, officially
against Willow, she is.
Before last week, nobody knew. Before last week,
so she's definitely the heel against Willow. Willow's too baby face.
No. In wrestling, we have heels and faces. Is she a heel?
Yes.
She got attacked in a backstage segment no less than a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And she came, I'm sorry. And she came out and saved Willow.
Okay. Since when can heels? Okay. So since when can heels not get attacked in a backstage segment? Since when? How many times has Samoa Joe been attacked?
How many times do heels? How many times do heels save the champion, the babyface champion?
Samoa Joe did. MJF.
Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe.
You still a heel.
Yeah, but we also learned that Samoa Joe was working with the devil, so that's why he was doing all that shit.
It's still a heel. Still went and saved the champ.
I'm just gonna save you guys. I'm just gonna save you guys the embarrassment here.
No.
AEW's handling of Mercedes Mone has been trash. Her gear has been trash. Her promos have been trash. AEW's booking of her has been trash. That is consistent. That is the only consistent thing that they have done with her is be trash.
I mean,
can we agree with that?
My thing is the mistake is just not having her wrestle.
Okay, yeah. All right, the majority of it has been lackluster. But if she had, like I said, if she had just wrestled at least like once, like maybe before, like if she had just wrestled at least once and made evented once,
they haven't done it. They haven't done it. And now they're setting her up for even more failure because if she goes into AEW Double or Nothing and that ring work is rusty and looks bad, then what?
I mean,
we're agreeing with what you're saying, Daniel. But
trash. That's all. I just want you guys to say that it's trash. That's all. That's all I want you guys to say.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I feel like the perception of all this would be different if she would have had matches leading up to this pay-per-view.
The perception would have been better if her gear was better.
The gear is not a factor. The gear is not a factor.
Outside of that big business,
because the gear is not what she's wrestling. It's just stuff that she's coming out to. How are you going to judge somebody just because you don't like their entrance gear coming out to the way they cut a promo?
The thing that Sasha Banks always had was presentation. The boss.
And
now you're a CEO. Now you're a CEO and you're dressing worse. I guess it.
What's worse about her stuff?
I'm just saying. I'm not liking it.
What's worse about it?
Swag. That is what beyond. That's what.
No,
that is what.
I disagree with you.
I'm disagreeing.
Not her outfit.
You're only adding the gear stuff. You're only adding the gear stuff because of what everybody else has been saying that all the gear is trash. Literally, that's why I said what Kevin Nash said is literally everything that he just said.
I'm just telling the truth.
No,
go back and watch Sasha Banks in NXT when she was the boss. Go back and watch NXT. Go back and watch when she was on the main roster. Her presentation.
What was so amazing about her gear? It was she would wear freaking the shade the Kanye.
I'm not
West
talking
glasses.
about that. I'm talking about
NXT. You just said NXT.
Talk about outfits, right?
Out.
Point out an amazing outfit that you remember stood out so much.
I know that she looked better. I know that.
What? What was so great about it?
All right, guys. All right, Lewis.
The hand things that says Sasha Banks on the fingers.
She had a different swag, man. That's all I'm saying.
You're also comparing. How many years was she in WWE compared
greatness?
To a few months?
I'm comparing greatness to trash. Yes.
No. You're overgeneralizing.
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Oh yeah, and Mercedes is gonna win, unfortunately, for Willow.
Yeah.
Just bring back Sasha Banks. That's all I want. bring back Sasha Banks.
Dan has become the old man that can't handle change.
That's all I've ever wanted. Just bring back Sasha Banks.
I mean, it'll happen. Just when this contract is done with this.
Years from now, if she makes it.